Hey there, and welcome to another trip report. Today I'm at Malta International Airport catching a Ryanair flight up to London Stansted. Malta Airport is a relatively small airport with a single passenger terminal that's served by a variety of airlines as the only airport in the Maltese Islands. Getting to the airport from the capital city of Valletta is fairly easy, with taxis or public transit available. Taxis are the fastest option, taking only 15 minutes and costing about €20, while the X4 City Bus is the cheapest option at €2.50 and takes around 40 minutes. Inside the terminal, the Ryanair experience begins straight away with a €55 surcharge if you choose to check in at the airport. You can check in and get your boarding pass online before coming to the airport to avoid this charge. When it comes to baggage, on the other hand, a 10kg checked bag on this flight to London costs €19 when purchased online, or €24 for a 20kg bag. These prices go up significantly if you choose to purchase the bag at the airport, costing up to €50. Bypassing check-in since I got my boarding pass online and heading upstairs to security screening, there was no line here, with the whole process taking about 5 minutes. Now in the airside part of the terminal, first we have the duty-free shopping pathway before landing in the main terminal seating area. Taking a look at the flight information board here, my flight is Ryanair Flight 8850, departing at 12:45 p.m. I have another 35 minutes before my gate will be shown, so I'll be waiting in this central area along with everyone else. As with many European airports, gate assignments here in Malta are posted about an hour before departure time, with minimal seating at the gates and larger, concentrated seating areas near the shops and restaurants. This terminal is actually a decent size, with quite a few different food and shopping options, including an outdoor area. With my gate assignment posted, my flight will be departing from gate 17 today, which is in the non-Schengen area of the terminal. To access this area, which houses gates 11 through 18, you have to clear exit passport control first. In this area, there are a couple more stores, a coffee shop, and some more duty-free shopping.
And proceed to gate number 16, thank you.
The gate area here at the end of the concourse is pretty barren, with only a few rows of seats along the walls and one charging station for devices. While we wait, let's have a look at Ryanair's carry-on baggage policy. With a base ticket, each passenger can bring one small bag that fits under the seat, and if that's not enough, you can add a 10kg carry-on bag for €21.50. This bag goes in the overhead bin, and adding this option also gives you priority boarding, meaning that you get on board first to stow your bag. When it comes to the boarding process, Ryanair has two separate boarding groups, with lines for priority and non-priority passengers. Since I purchased a carry-on bag for this flight, I'll be boarding in the priority group. There's no jet bridge for boarding today, and no buses either. Instead, we're a 200-person parade across the apron out to our aircraft. Today's flight is operated by a 12-year-old Boeing 737-800, one of 410 that Ryanair flies as the largest operator of the type. This particular aircraft joined the fleet in February 2011 and has operated with the airline continuously since. We're boarding the aircraft through both the front and rear doors today, and since I'm seated near the back of the plane, I'll be boarding through the rear. Stepping on board, this plane fits 189 seats in a 3-3 seating configuration. To pre-select seats on Ryanair, there is of course a fee, with the cheapest bookable seat on this flight coming in at €10 for a standard seat near the back, or up to €30 for an extra legroom seat. I pre-booked seat 27A for €10, which is a window seat on the left side of the plane. All the seats on board are identical, with a blue leather surface and yellow hard plastic on the seat back. The seats on the 737-800 are a bit thicker and chunkier looking than those on Ryanair's newer Boeing 737 MAXs. The seats don't recline, and there are no charging ports, universal power, or USB. None of this is very surprising, however, when you consider the cost of a typical Ryanair ticket. In terms of cabin baggage storage, the overhead bins, plastered with ads, can accommodate larger items, and smaller bags go under the seat. I traveled with a standard-sized rollerboard bag which fit up top just fine, and my small bag, which was my backpack, fit under the seat. In terms of legroom, these seats have a pitch of 30 inches, which is tight for me at 5'10". You will notice, however, that there are no seat back pockets, so that frees up a little bit of knee room. On the seat back in front, at the top we have the safety information label, as well as a QR code for accessing the onboard purchase menu. Keep in mind that there's no Wi-Fi on Ryanair's Boeing 737 aircraft, so you need to have the Ryanair app downloaded before your flight. Below the safety info, we have a good-sized tray table that folds out. Since there's no seat back pocket, most people's garbage seems to end up on the floor, which can be pretty gross. That being said, this wasn't too bad on this aircraft in particular. On the overhead panel above each seat, we have personal reading lights and adjustable air vents.
If you wish to charge your portable electronic devices, you may do so. Some of us keep watch of them. Side of the aircraft at the front.
Starting up about 15 minutes behind schedule, the flight time up to London this afternoon is just over 3 hours, with a routing over the Mediterranean and up through continental Europe. The first aisle service of the flight got underway about 20 minutes after takeoff, with food and beverages available for purchase. Taking a look at the menu in the Ryanair app, nothing is offered complimentary, with even water incurring a fee of €3. The menu is divided into drinks, alcohol, hot meals, snacks, and sweets, and you'll also find sections for duty-free shopping as well. For drinks, most soft drinks or juices are €2 or €3, tea and coffee are €3, and mini liquor bottles, beers, seltzers, and wines range from €6 up to €8.50. For food, there are sandwiches, pastas, curries, and more, with most options going for around €6. And finally, in sweets and snacks, we have chips, chocolates, candies, and cakes in the range of €2 to €5. All purchases on board must be made cashless, but they do accept all major credit and debit cards, including Google and Apple Pay. I pulled out my laptop to get some work done, though there's barely enough space to work with a large laptop in these seats. Heading down to the back of the aircraft, there are 3 lavatories on board, with 1 at the front and 2 at the rear. It's pretty cramped, but quite clean compared to the rest of the cabin. In terms of service from the crew for the remainder of the flight, they pass through with duty-free shopping and another food and drink service towards the end. After crossing the English Channel, we overflew the city of London while on descent to Stansted Airport to the north of the city.
Gentlemen, Takeoff destination on the passenger message. Please return your allocated seats with your seatbelt securely fastened. Cabin installed. The overhead lockers are provided under the seats in front of you. Ensuring all cabin items and emergency exit are kept clear.
And as we're about to land in approximately 10 minutes, please ensure once again all seatbelts are fastened.
Caution and opening overhead lockers and items in your luggage may have been dislodged in landing, so let's concentrate. If you smoke or vape,
Thank you.
After stepping off the plane and into the terminal, there are helpful signs indicating the next steps in your arrival's journey. Coming into the UK from Malta, we'll clear passport control first, and then on to baggage claim, and finally customs. Thanks for joining me for this trip report on Ryanair's Boeing 737-800. My overall thoughts, this is the ultimate low-cost airline experience. In all the ways that Ryanair is quirky, and by quirky I mean that they'll nickel and dime you for pretty much everything, the range of destinations that they offer across Europe and their incredibly low base fares are unbeatable. The whole experience is exactly what you should expect from an ultra-low-cost airline. Cheap fares, but extra charges for bags, seat selection, food and drinks, and just about anything else you can think of.